Look at that form.
Yeah, that's just looks like Pete Weber.
Is that a bowler?
Yeah, the guy
Is that
was.
who do you think you are?
yeah,
I
I
am.
think you
That
are.
video
I am.
fucking rules.
It's so
You know
funny.
he's talking to his dad?
No,
when he
he's
says
talking to a
that?
kid.
No, he's yelling at his dad.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Because his dad was a professional bowler as well.
Do you think it's in like a "Aren't you proud of me" kind of way, or do you think
It
it's like a
doesn't seem
suck
like it,
on it
no.
kind of way? It's hard to tell.
I don't know about you guys, but I can't get that song. The alley. That's all that's playing in my head right now.
They only play it 3 times.
Jake, is your? I don't know if Jake's mic's on.
Am I?
No.
Oh no.
Sorry.
I always do that because Jake's in 4.
I know.
That's racist.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you, Emily. All right. So I will say this one definitely one of the worst. that we've seen.
Brutal watch.
Really
Brutal
brutal.
to watch, but it was kind of bad to me. I found it bad in like a funny way, as opposed to Can of Worms.
So bad it's good.
Or Punks, or so many others that we've watched. Where like this is bad, and we want it to be funny bad, but it's just terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one I still was able to like laugh at a little bit, just because it's so crazy, and it's so poorly done that it almost is just like a caricature of itself at a certain point. It just gets insane.
Yeah. I know I was saying this before. Yeah, it's a bowling movie, but in my opinion, they showed them bowling way too much.
Holy
like
shit.
if there were other like like you were saying, it's supposed to be like the relationship between these kids and their relationship with their parents, and it's like I just wish, like I don't know, like I can get the gist of what's going on in their bowling practices in like a very short amount of time, or in like them talking about it somewhere else. Like it was just way too much shot after shot after shot of bowling, just
It's all like the same
static
shot.
shot of like a strike, a spare, a set, like over and over and over again, and it was just too much bowling.
There really was. I mean, at least they did get a little funky with it during the bowling ball.
Sure, and like that was like, oh, this is like more visually interesting now.
Right, but by then it was still like, Jesus Christ, more fucking bowling.
We'd already seen so much.
We'd already seen so much bowling.
And that wasn't even the competition.
No.
They showed the whole fucking competition and then the montage after.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I
dude.
don't know.
Now my head is starting to hurt thinking about all of these.
It was
bowling.
super weird though, like the way they put scenes together.
Yeah.
Like when you were in the bathroom, they had like what they were doing like a photo op, and then
like
ended
they're
up at
all in their uniforms, and in my head I was like, oh, the bowling competition is about to start.
Yeah.
And then it cut to them, like Kaylee Cuoco and the other kid in the diner, and then Todd shows up and is like talking to them, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, did this competition happen and they lost, or like it was super
like it didn't end the scene.
No,
like,
it just
cut to a
super
different
abrupt. Like, I don't know, and I feel like that happened a lot.
It really did happen a lot. That's why I think this is one of the worst. I mean, just pretty much from every single aspect, like the worst, the most poorly made one of these movies that we've seen.
Oh yeah,
because I had like all the handheld stuff was just it just felt like it gave me a rushed feeling, even like it felt like they were rushed filming it.
Yeah,
because all those shots were so bad. Even though there was that one, which I didn't think was a bad idea, doing like when they hit the ball slowly spin, which I'm sure we'll talk about. But they had the reaction shot of all the parents lined up.
Yeah,
and they did that, but because they did it handheld, it just looked so bad, and it was like not focused on everybody's face, and then they moved it so
in like one of the most intense moments of the movie. And so I feel like this happens in a lot of the movies we watch, where it's like there's the main kid and then the kid that they're at odds with. It's the same thing in like Color of Friendship, whatever, like all those movies. Brink, like and even like 13th Year, but they're like actually friends by the end. But it felt like they wanted Alex to, like, he was mostly just like a vehicle for Todd to like be a better person or something. But it's like, why not just make Todd the main character? Like, then why not make this whole movie from his point of view? Like, I don't understand, because Alex just like does nothing, gives nothing other than his dad is cool, and like his dad serves as like, you know, does some things, but like, why not just make this a movie from Todd's point of view?
That's a great call.
And Alex be like the buddy character.
I think they
they just couldn't like fit, like, I don't know. It just was weird.
No, you're right. I mean, I think maybe that was one of the problems is they tried to fit too much in because I mean I said it in there and I think it's true more so than any of these other Disney Channel originals is that this movie is just a string of tropes and then there's filler.
Yeah.
But that
God.
filler is like
The filler
bad.
doesn't end.
the filler
Yeah.
doesn't end. This movie's pretty much all filler.
It really
And
is.
tropes. So it's like they tried to fit too much in there because the whole storyline with the dads
It was over in a sentence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
That's a
for
problem.
what?
None of it made any sense.
Yeah.
The whole his group of friends. Yeah, this movie it felt like a lot of different movies trying to be in one movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was just like you said just too much bowling in it on
There's
top of
so
all of
much
that. It's
So
bowling.
much fucking bowling.
So much fucking ball. Like, you know how fun it would have been, like, if they had a scene where Alex and Todd, like, are, like, shooting hoops, and, like, Alex is bad at it, and Todd is like, see, like, this is what I'm good at, blah, blah.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, have them, like, do anything else. Like, they I don't know. Just, like,
Yeah.
play basketball for 5 minutes.
Honestly,
Like,
I think I think you could make a good argument to say, just do something. Just do anything. Just do
Anything.
literally
Stop
anything.
sitting at the fucking bowling bench.
Exactly. And you know what? That's the thing, though, is we've got to remember that these are the kids who their usual order is 4 paper cups of water
and a
and
donut.
4 donuts with
Yeah.
chocolate glaze.
Yeah.
So
Because even if it was pointed out, if Todd was like, all you guys do is sit at the bowling alley, let's go do anything else.
that would have been
Like,
so. That would have been
even if they
awesome.
pointed out, it's like, we've only been at the bowling alley.
Another. I mean, Emily, you're like in the executive rooms
I just
of these
think like
Disney
it's just
Channel movies.
okay
Yeah.
for these movies. Just like be more self-aware. It's okay.
Mhm.
Like it's not gonna make it. Just go for that. I guess I don't know.
Sure, you can't go for that. Yeah, that would have it would have been really cool. You know why I think they didn't do that is because again, another thing they tried to fucking drill in this movie was something about Alex abandoning his friends for a more popular crowd, which doesn't really happen. I mean, he does say he's going to meet him at that place, and then he ends up, at the pizza
Yeah,
joint
one time.
but it's also like
time.
I think he just forgot also. So, and they don't really get in a big fight about it. Like it all,
Yeah.
you know.
Because again, like in Brink, when he is like ditching his friends, he's like actually betraying them.
Yes,
and
and it's a
stuff.
huge
like,
deal.
That's a
and
big deal.
We as the audience feel that
Yes,
as a big
yeah.
deal.
But then like he has like one bad day at practice. He's like, I'm quitting. I'm not doing the competition because and it's like, dude, for what?
Well, maybe
like, what is happening?
that may
like-
add into it as well because honestly, it's weird because I would say with the one exception of Todd, sometimes no characters are likable, but they try to make Todd as not a likable character.
Yeah.
When he
But
is,
yeah,
when
he's the
the
most
Yeah,
likable.
most like,
likable. Yes.
Alex is so annoying.
Holy
like, he's just
shit.
actively like pissing me off.
Dude, I mean, him just all of it. He's blue stealing throughout the whole movie. When he pointed out the way he was like lounging to talking to his dad,
So
so
weird.
funny.
So-
Dude, it was
Kids-
unbelievable.
Kid's literally just in
So
a full on
funny.
like.
It was Kate
fucking-
Winslet in Titanic.
Literally, like, yeah.
That's
like,
how he was laying.
it's so funny.
Yeah, it's like he was just
Oh
waiting
my
for like an
God.
Axe
He's
commercial.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Ugh.
Yeah, Alex is like one of my least favorite main characters.
It's almost
I
it's
think.
Yeah.
weird to call him the protagonist.
Yeah.
'Cause he's
he's so
unlikable.
antagonizing
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
time. Like,
He was the problem. Like throughout the whole movie.
Oh, I think we can all agree that
Yeah.
yes, everything bad that happens to Alex is his own
Like Todd was
issue.
like, "Let's go, let's try and win," and like,
Yeah.
it was just like, "Well, winning is everything. Don't worry, we have fun. Well, we're in a tournament, man. Come on, we got.
I mean,
we got 2 options
just
here.
a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could bowl for fun, but come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, all right, so him and Mike Pillsbury. Who you got to kill one? Who are you killing first?
Still Mike Pillsbury.
Still
Still
think it's
Mike
still Mike
Pillsbury.
Pillsbury,
Mike Pillsbury still my least
I'm an
favorite.
alien.
I am not of this world. My name is Mike Pillsbury. You did that voice the best when we actually watched that movie.
Yeah. He was rough.
He's the worst.
He
He's
was
the worst
brutal.
man alive.
You guys watched
What did we?
Don't Look Under the Bed?
Yeah.
that
Emily-
one
I
was
wasn't here for
fine.
that one?
It was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Like it
wasn't terrible.
was cute and like I thought it was like endearing. And the one kid, the boy who's in it, is so good.
Really?
Like incredible, show stealing, like really really good.
He's
Super-
really
crazy.
the only reason that movie works.
I haven't
is
seen,
'cause
like,
that
a
kid
good-
just brings so much energy, and
Yeah.
then everybody else in that movie just shits the bed. But that movie's an
Like
example
the girl's
of like,
okay. Like, you know.
she's not that she's not that great though. She's especially compared to him. Like that's something we said when we watched that movie. I mean, she's giving him nothing the whole time.
Yeah.
But saying don't look on the bed, bring that up reminds me of like, again, this movie having nothing going for it. Like, Don't Look Under the Bed. I didn't love that movie, but some of the set designs,
So good.
crazy good,
Really?
awesome.
Insane.
And there's
Yeah.
a few like set pieces that are really really sick.
Mm-hmm.
And Can of Worms. Like, yes, that movie is fucking god awful, but
They were like going for something.
Yeah,
Yes,
those
and the
aliens.
Yeah.
Yes, the creature design was
So
cool.
detailed.
Like a lot of work went into that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Nothing.
And you
went
don't
into
get it from
besides
this.
The same bowling scene.
So just
Some guy bowled a strike, and they just were like, "That's it.
Yep.
over.
Cut."
we got a movie.
Got it, got
We
it. We're
got a
done.
movie. Write a script based on that strike.
Yeah. Can I see that? But yeah, like
What are you guys rating this one?
Oh, good question.
3.
Wow, that's a good score.
I was gonna say 3.5.
Because
Yeah,
I
I'll
like
say
I like the
3.5.
dad, and like I
Yeah.
think Todd.
I like Todd, and I like
yeah.
the dad, and that's about it.
I think
Yeah.
like so much about what puts me off of some of these movies is like that. You know, they're kids. They're I'm not like shitting on children. Like,
No, fuck
but
'em.
sometimes the acting is so uncomfortable, and I don't know if just me being an adult, like it bothers me. Like I would not have thought twice about this as a kid probably, but as an adult, like watching teenagers, I don't know. Something about it just makes me go like, ugh, like sometimes and I can't. I
Sure.
don't know. It's
I didn't-
weird.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I didn't have
Like just the way they like, I don't know, overact
Mannerisms?
so much. And, like
Right.
yeah. And again, it's not their fault. Like, you know, and when you're a little,
I
the
don't know, maybe a
overacting
little.
like probably
Depends.
works. Like when it's like, oh, younger people are gonna be watching this. It needs to be like a little more over the
Sure.
top than like movies made for
Yeah.
adults. I don't know, but something about it is like so off-putting.
I didn't. Alex has zero charisma. That was a
No.
problem.
No, he has
Todd
no,
does.
no riz.
No
Just
Riz.
none.
Rizless Alex. But the acting really didn't bother me that much in this movie. I think it was more the dialogue for me this time around because
I thought
everything
Todd
was just
was
so
fine.
bad.
Maybe that's
Yeah,
more
Todd
what
was
it
fine.
actually is.
I think in this case it was, that's why everything felt so weird and like literally everything felt ADR. Like they put in
Yeah.
all the dialogue.
I
after,
thought that
which
one scene when
believe it, I
Alex
guess.
is talking to Kaylee
Cuoco when they're walking.
Yeah, I thought that sounded like straight up.
that
like,
was
like
might
a
have
voice
been.
yeah,
voiceover.
it's just.
It-
I was trying to remember what the last really bad one we watched was, and it's up and away.
Didn't watch that one with you guys.
I hate that movie more than this one.
Did you guys
Easy.
rate that one?
Yeah, I think I gave it
I think
4.
I did, but I don't remember.
Oh, you probably gave it like a 2, huh?
I really didn't like it.
It was
I
bad,
don't know,
except
it was
for
Pretty bad.
Joe
The
Jefferson.
grandpa, yeah,
He was great,
that was awesome.
but he had like half a scene where he like really got to do his job, and then the rest. Yeah, you're lucky you missed that one. You might have
Yeah.
actually enjoyed it.
I probably would have.
Yeah, but
I
it was
just
really
like
bad.
I was legitimately fighting like falling asleep, like during some of it.
Damn. So you had Up and Away, trash. Color of Friendship, banger.
Banger.
Alley Cat Strike, trash. And now we got Rip Girls coming up.
Yeah, what the fuck is
I
that?
just
Have you
looked it up.
at
It's
all?
is it
Okay.
surfing?
It is.
Okay,
Nice.
I was right about
See,
one thing.
you
So-
did write all these movies.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like that. What's
The
that?
Ripstick.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
that's what I thought. Even though
Jesus
that,
Christ.
that's
No, the
dude, I was
roller-
like a skateboard.
What's the rollerblading where they rollerblade in
Oh,
circles?
roller derby.
Roller derby.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
roller derby.
that
That
I
would
could
have
see
been cool.
that.
That
would
would
have
have been really cool.
That's why I was excited. But this one is a 13-year-old, no name, learns to surf while visiting Hawaii for the first time to see a plantation she inherited.
Ooh.
That's not making up.
She needs to.
And they, yeah.
She's got to have a run-in with.
Oh my god.
Congressman
Amelia
Balloons.
Bell is the main actress. I've never heard of her.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
I don't know.
She was in The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Let me get eyes. Wow, I've never seen a face look like that before.
Yeah, that's what it looks
She
like
looks
that when
like
she's a
a-
kid too.
She looks like a bust of like an old Egyptian pharaoh.
Yeah.
That's a good, yeah.
I can't wait to see what
She looks
the
like an artist's
fucking-
interpretation of a human woman.
Yeah,
That's what
she looks like if you're drawing a woman from memory.
Yeah.
I'm so curious to see like what is Hawaii gonna be like in this movie?
Oh,
How-
don't worry.
Like, is it gonna
They
be
nailed it in Giant
racist?
Tsunami.
You know,
They did. Oh,
Okay.
racist Hawaii? That'd be funny.
but you know what I mean? Like, is it gonna be like all white people just like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, but we're
Well-
like, but it's like we're Native Hawaiians because we're
But
so.
she's
And
one
it's
of
like,
those things.
This woman is white.
yes.
There's no way around it.
But I wonder if she's supposed to be playing like a Hawaiian. Oh my god.
No, because it says she's just visiting. What's the
What
word?
is it? Oh, okay, never mind, never mind. This is a different movie. I thought that
Okay.
this was her in Rip Girls, and I was like, this is fucked up. She's in that movie 10,000 BC.
I haven't seen that.
That's like a prehistoric like love story thing, but there's no talking because they're like Neanderthals basically, and there's like saber.
Oh, that
and
movie's
stuff.
9% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
1 out of 5
people
common
don't
sense.
like it.
Oh man, that sounds like kind of a cool
I loved it when I
concept.
saw it in theaters, but I was
Yeah.
like a kid when it came out, and I was like, I don't get what the big deal is. It's kind of good, but like, there's not dialogue in the like in English or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They just kind of grunt a lot, I think.
Huh. That stinks. That
I
sounds
liked
like that doesn't sound like half bad movie.
No.
I think there should be a little dialogue. You know what? Call me crazy.
I don't know.
Maybe
If
some
you're going for,
dialogue would
like-
help.
Yeah, but if they're cavemen and that's like what you're going for, then like that becomes
some,
what
like,
the movie is.
Some
you know
hand
what I
shit
mean?
or something.
Some
like
hand shit.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
like
sure they were doing some of
sign
that.
language.
They were just drawing pictures on the wall.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
You know, you got to find other ways to communicate.
I guess. Oh, I watched that Predator movie recently.
Oh.
The new one, Prey.
Pray.
That movie was sick.
Yeah, don't
That-
spoil it. I'm supposed
I-
to watch it
I
with my
won't-
roommate this week.
Well, it's fantastic.
I
though.
thought it looked
and they're
so
like
good.
they're like fucking
They're
prehistoric
all-
people
yeah.
too, and they talk. It's great.
Yeah, but that's different. That's
Why?
That's because, dude, that's the
them
point
being
of
Native
that movie.
American is different from 10,000 BC.
Yeah,
I
she's
guess.
talking about cavemen and
Oh.
that
Cavemen.
Emily's
yeah,
referencing.
like Native Americans. Well, I mean,
Yeah, they had language.
they
right,
still
obviously,
speak it.
but cavemen, you know, they were just
They
grunts.
couldn't. What are they deaf?
No, they were just grunting, dude. They couldn't.
They
form
have
words.
a.
They didn't know how
was
to
more
do
like-
words
Spoken
yet,
language?
dude.
no,
they didn't know
had
how.
like spoken language. They didn't write stuff down, and it wasn't as like complex. They just, like.
All right, I'm a little lost myself at this point.
Yeah.
So, but let's not worry about it. Oh God. Let's see. No gun in Alley Cat
Nope.
Strike.
Absolutely.
No gun.
Fuck.
Wish there.
I wish there was one
I
in my
know.
head.
If only. But yeah, I don't know. This movie was just a real slog. Like I do regret checking the time so early in because then I knew
that's a
like
huge.
Yeah,
do
you
have
just,
exactly
you just
how
gotta
it
let it rip.
I
you
had
know?
to know though. I had to know. I was like, I'm so confused at
You
what's
were
happening already. Like, how much time has actually passed?
That was
in this?
after they
Yeah.
cut from. They were at the pizza place, left the pizza place, and then he went back to the pizza place.
Seemingly
Yeah,
the
that's
same
right.
day.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Again, like nothing about this movie makes any sense at all.
No.
The way that it's put, it's just a bad movie, and
It's
they try to
such a bad
save
movie.
it with the voiceover in there. I guarantee
Oh my
that's
god,
the
the
only reason they put that
voiceover.
in there.
Oh my
The freeze
god.
frames.
The last one was the worst one. The last one was
Because
certainly
it's
the
just
worst.
like why and
Where you
like
got mad as friends?
yeah, I think that's more proof that they're like that. Oh, Alex is the main character, but he's fucking not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
they
doesn't
freeze
seem
framed him in the
odd.
beginning too.
yeah. He opens the whole thing with these are my friends. This one likes.
Dude, he skipped
Something.
over it so fast too. I didn't get any of their names. I don't know what they like.
Yeah, and there's still like credits rolling and like music, and I'm like, what is happening?
They're right into
already?
it,
Like,
yeah. He that kid that liked music.
Yeah. Ken.
They-
His name was Ken. I know that because his dad said it. The guy who I said was his dad says "Go Ken" during the tournament or whatever.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with music throughout the entire movie.
He hands the bowling alley dad a CD at one
and
point.
that's
Was
it.
that the song that we hear throughout the movie? Do you think?
He had one song on the CD.
I
You
think
think-
it might have
you
been.
think?
I think it might have been. Yes.
He burned that song onto a CD.
right down the middle. Did anybody look up if that was an original song or if that was?
I tried to, and all that comes up is a Bing Crosby song with a different name. It's like straight down the middle, but I looked at the words. I don't think it's the same. It's not about bowling. So I literally
It's about ladies.
Yep.
I did try
Just
to
like
look
his
this up
papa.
and like nothing really comes up. So maybe it was written for the movie if
I
it's
bet
not
you it
a
would be. Which, it's a point in its favor for me. No matter
Yeah.
how terrible it is, I like an original song for these movies. It just makes them so much worse in a way that I enjoy.
This says
Sorry.
I'm looking it up, and it says "Pedal to the Steel."
Well, that's
This
not
just
it.
says right down the middle, written by Bill Elliott, performed by the Bill Elliott Swing Orchestra.
Yeah, I found that.
But it doesn't say if it like existed before this song or before this movie. So I would sort of think maybe not. Like
Yeah.
maybe it was written for that.
I hope not. Can you imagine? I mean, just just the hottest track on your jazz album is about bowling. Because why would
Yeah.
anybody do that? But I guess that's not really a good.
All right, I'm on Disney Wiki. I'll find it.
That'd be pretty deep, even for Disney Wiki.
No, don't worry.
To have
I'm
Alley
right
Cat
here.
Strike. I mean,
"Pedal to the Steel" by Neo. It's one of them. It says somewhere.
maybe that's a song
probably
they
the intro.
play when everything's getting crunk.
It's the Shim Sham song. It doesn't. None of them says like right down the middle or anything. It says "Anywhere You Are," "Pitiful."
Oh, we should have just watched. I mean, I don't know if watching the credits would tell us more than
Oh yeah.
that, because like sometimes they'll have the songs like all
Right,
like
right.
on a little grid.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was a terrible song.
it was bad, and it didn't make any sense.
No,
Like
jazz.
why? Yeah, a jazz bowling song, and these kids like they go crazy for
They,
it.
Yeah.
they're
They
fucking.
fucking are eating it up.
I mean, they're really.
They're spilling their pop, putting their arms around each other's
Ugh.
shoulders.
Oh God. Yep. Getting ready to go off to war. Yeah, they're just having their own little private USO show every day in that bowling alley. Just
Yeah.
getting your best gal and swinging her around. For old Bucky Barnes comes to grab you and send
So
you on one of the
I don't have
U-boats.
a lot of hope for a lot of these. Miracle in Lane 2, I think, will be alright. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire is bang.
Bang.
I
Banger.
can't wait till we get that. I love that movie.
So the other me was one of the ones suggested after this movie ended,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, the kid looked young.
That's the same kid from Horse Sense. The young kid from Horse Sense is the main kid.
There's no
in the
Joey
other-
Oh,
Lawrence to
yeah.
save us.
There isn't. No, it's all Andy, baby. The other me is all Andy.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Riding his horses, just tell him to pick up shit.
I'm excited to watch that movie though, just because I think it's gonna be bad.
Oh, I think it's too
But,
bad too.
I remember that one a little bit growing up. So
Should I see what people
that.
say about Alley Cat Strike?
Yeah, sure.
on IMDb?
Check it out. Yeah, I'd be interested to know. I guess
God,
if
there's
anybody has
gonna be
anything
something
good to
about
say
Kaylee
about it.
Cuoco. It's just
Dude,
disgusting.
Oh,
the one
you're
about Jessica
right.
Alba hurt me. It's like, come on, dude, you're 14.
Dude, Disney Channel original.
Just got an
movie
award nomination. Hold on.
for what?
Young Artist Award. Best performance in a TV movie for Todd.
Okay.
Sure.
Dude, I was holding my breath
Like,
to see
yeah,
if you were
don't
gonna say
fucking
Alex right
Okay,
there.
one critic review and 17 users.
One critic review. Do you
that's-
think you made $50?
I was just gonna.
It's not in there.
Also, I take issue with that argument you're having with Matt, but I'll wait.
Okay.
With
I'll
what?
hold off. While you're finding a review you want to read, Andrew was telling Matt last week on Two in the Cooler about how this like one PR company got found out for paying critics to write Rotten Tomatoes reviews, like in their favor, that they would get paid $50 per review, and Andrew was saying that wasn't nearly enough.
Yeah, if they came to me and they were like if I'm Rotten Tomatoing and they're like, we want to give you some money to boost up our tomato
Yeah.
score, I'd be like $200. That'd be my starting.
I'd probably do 100.
But like, if you
I'm
could,
I'm
okay,
start
but
negotiating
let me
at
just
200
at the coffee shop I work at, I can work an 8-hour shift, and after taxes, I make less than $100.
Jesus.
And but that's with like my hourly rate is like way better than anyone who's like a server.
Right.
Dude, if you could write 3 reviews in a day, you're already making more money than I make in an 8-hour shift at work. You know what I mean? That's like where my thought process was. If
Right.
you could write 3 of those, you're fucking good.
Well, yeah,
for
if you
like,
bring math into it, then yes, you're obviously
but you know what I
correct,
mean?
Emily.
Like that was it. Like would literally, especially
if you think about it
especially
logically, then sure,
if,
you're
if
right.
they want you to write a good review, you don't even have to think of what you're gonna say. You know what I mean? Like you can just write. It doesn't matter like what your critiques are because you're not writing those. If you could write 3, you've already made like, you know, an
good call.
extra third.
I'm
of
just
what-
saying that
that
I-
was what I was. I was
sure.
like, what, $50?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I
It-
could
no,
write
it's-
2 and make my
Solid money. It's
day's
solid
pay.
money.
Like,
My argument really isn't about it being solid money. It's that I think that it's worth more
for like
to the
doing something illicit.
I think it's
like-
worth no. I just think it's worth more to the PR company than $50. So if I was in a reviewer's position,
Yeah.
I'd be like, bump that up,
Yeah,
dude.
but if they're also paying like a ton of these people to do it,
Again,
that adds up.
for them,
Right.
okay, that's not my problem.
No, I
If
know.
If they want my review, they
Anyway,
gotta cough up the
that
cash,
was that.
dude.
That's all.
I
I think we both. You know what? I think honestly, we both come away with good points there because
Sure.
your point is correct and the right one. But I think.
But I see what
but
you're
I would
saying.
ask for more money.
It's like you're
Sure.
asking me to do something that goes against, like, that I could get in trouble.
No, I have no moral.
No, I
qualms
know,
about
but
it.
if someone's asking you to do something illegal, they should pay you more than
That's why I-
asking
that's
you
what
to
I
do
thought,
something
too.
legal.
That's a good point. A good point too. Not the
I
point.
agree.
Not the point I'm making.
I know it's not.
but it is a good
he's
point.
just got higher
it's the
expectations.
point you should be making.
He's gonna write a hell of a review for that much money.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, I have some really, really good reviews here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So first one, 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Delia's last name is the title of this review. In case all you trivia freaks are wondering, Mimi Pally's character does have a last name. Her name is Delia Grassi. How do I know? Watch the bowling tournament scene. There's a banner with names of all the West Appleton bowling team with the first name initialed in full last name. And on that banner it reads D. Grassi along with A. Thompson and T. McLemore, etc. If I compare that foursome to the Scooby-Doo gang, Delia would fit Velma perfectly.
Oh, I said that during the movie.
You
I
did?
was like,
Really?
she's definitely the Velma.
All in all, I like this movie because I like the bowl and watch the PBA on ESPN. 9 out of 10
Oh
stars.
my god.
You know what? Great point. If
Yep.
you love
if you love
bowling,
to watch bowling, like this
Next
is probably
one, not as nice.
this is mostly bowling.
yeah, like this is the Disney
This one
movie
brings
for
up
you.
some good points. This one came out in 2002. This is older.
Okay,
Must have just watched
well, a
it, I
little more
guess.
timely.
Yep. Good cast and heartwarming ideas about outcast teenage bowlers being called upon to win for the sake of their school and prove they belong. They ain't give it any star. No, I give it 2. Spotty on the plot. You mean to tell me that during the presumably weeks leading up to the basketball game that would tie the battle for the apple, no one checked to see what would happen in case of a tie? Not even Sweet Lou, who lived and breathed Appleton sports? By the way, why all the stress on junior high school sports? They don't have a high school to care about? I can't imagine that my
They
town,
might
when
not.
growing up, would it have cared about a competition against the next town on the junior high school level. Still, it's for kids.
Yeah,
It's a good call. I
that's
mean,
a really
it's
good-
possible that these towns are so small that they do only each have individual middle schools,
and then they go somewhere else for high school.
Yeah, yeah.
And this one gets into the nitty gritty. There's a warning for
Ooh.
spoilers here.
Oh, okay.
5 out of 10. I guess this movie didn't aim to perfectly accurately portray the sport of bowling.
Give me a break.
But seriously, it could have been done a lot better. I did like the school scenes as they're totally on spot. Students just don't see bowling as a sport anymore. After watching the bowling scenes, I'm thinking, no wonder competitive bowling gets so little acknowledgement. This movie is totally unrealistic.
It's literally called the Bowling Club.
yeah,
They're not doing like JV bowling.
you're right.
It's like an
Which
extra.
again-
It's an extracurricular club
Yeah.
that they just do like for fun at his dad's bowling alley.
Which proves the previous reviewer even more correct.
Yeah.
Like it's not even their middle school team.
yeah,
It's a club
Yeah.
that their middle school has. That's
Instead of
funny.
giving in to the demands from young people, they should be marking bowling at its most professional level to draw people into that direction, and not vice versa. That's the only way to make serious bowlers, which will
Oh,
do a
man.
lot for this declining sport. If they had shown that bowling takes a lot of finesse and skill and endurance and consistency, then maybe those school kids would accept it more from the beginning. Instead, all it talks about it's modernizing.
modernizing.
Yeah, he spelled it wrong. And making it fun. Putting laser lights
that
and
guy.
fog machines and loud music undermines the integrity of real
that's
bowling.
every bowling alley.
I sure wouldn't go there! Exclamation
That's
point.
literally
man.
part of. They talk about that in the movie, and the dad is like, "Things change, and that's okay."
Also,
That's
they
a whole
try,
part.
They try to have the part of the conflict is like they have the type of bowling alley that this man is talking about, and they're losing money. The
Yeah.
family's gonna
It's
starve.
not working.
The dad's got to get his real estate license. Yeah, that review did make me sad
It's
though,
so funny, dude.
because that's just a guy who loves bowling.
He
It's
just was
brutal.
like, "Oh, there's a bowling movie on Disney Plus." Fuck yeah! It was like, "What are they doing to the game I love?"
Todd definitely does pick up bowling pretty fast.
He
And I
does.
think maybe that's part of it is that it's like, oh, he is just a little bit naturally
Yeah.
gifted
That's
at
just
like
Todd.
hand-eye coordination.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just Todd being Todd.
But yeah,
They
can't
fixed his form.
can't blame him for it. What's he supposed to do? Just
Exactly.
pretend to suck, you
And
know?
at a point, that's also another weird thing. Like at a point, they do blame him for that.
Yeah.
Like it's like he's just doing his thing, dude.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on this?
I think that last review hit it on the head. How I felt about it.
Oh
We've
man.
said enough about bowling.
Yeah, I'm done with bowling. I never want to go. I hate it.
We could hit
I
up
won't watch
Tonawanda
it.
Lanes right
We could
now.
have Tonawanda Lanes. We could.
Yeah.
Might
They
not be
open
bad.
in the summer.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
probably.
There's water trash hammered there right now.
Yeah, but you know what?
30 beers on tap.
I had
When we're
to-
on their
Can we blame
when we're
him?
on their turf, it's all right.
Isn't
I had
that
to
where,
come hit the lanes to get away from the misses. I
isn't
can't
that
handle any
where
more of that
Matt
bitch.
Canada does karaoke?
He has
Or
done
has
karaoke
done
there. He has
karaoke
done
there?
karaoke
All
there.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yep. So, all right. Well, let's get out of here.
Ooh.